Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I just came back from the gym. Yes, I've been exercising, guys. Like lately, I've just been feeling heavy. I think that's the best way to describe it. I actually have a new mic. Hopefully, it's not that bad. But anyway, I've been exercising and I'm trying to take back my life, my shape, and everything. Life has been lifing, guys. I've been trying to keep up with YouTube, and I know you guys are watching the series about my apartment complex project, but I wanted to kind of like push like more videos. The thing is that I've just been swamped. I've been so swamped. School is over. School is over. It's been over when? Like 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, it's been over. And then I sent my staff on vacation. I mean, the office, because the teachers had already left, but then the office, was still there. And then we had several meetings, and then we had to do, the financial statements for the end of the year and blah, blah, blah. And then eventually everybody went home. So you guys are also going to, you know, realize that I'm in a different space, different environment. I feel like this is going to be my home. Yeah, this is going to be it. I know I've been moving around. This is probably the next, maybe the fourth place that I moved to here in the US since I came. This is gonna be it, till I go back to Cameroon. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk about something because, oh my God, I don't even know. You guys know I'm always trying to send positivity and all of these things. Guys, I feel like this position is not the best. Maybe I should sit down somewhere, okay? And I don't have any chairs here, nothing. Anyway. Let me show you guys what my fridge looks like. Pretty empty. Ooh, look at what I have here. I was planning to drink some of this because I haven't really, guys. Look at the magic. I love it. I got it like a week or two ago. Oh, look at this Dreamline. I think I just bought it because of the whole thing. But anyway, so I want to try it. And ooh, Topo Chico. If you guys know, you know. Okay, this thing is like one of the best carbonated drink. So I bought some eggs. Lately, I've been trying to eat healthy, so I'm gonna have those two, and I'm supposed to have it with avocado after I work out in the morning. But guys, story of my life. I don't have much going on here in this fridge. Like, looks really sad. Oh, at least I have yogurt. So I wanted to go ahead and clarify some things, okay, with some of you who have been watching me and stuff like that. And I know many of you care. Many of you kind of get it, you get it. You get it. But there's still some of you who are looking at me like I got lost or something. So basically, guys, there's so many cars. I just parked on the side because I was like, let me talk to you first. So anyway, so I got some GMs, okay? One of the GM, somebody sent me this really interesting message. Basically, he said, why is it that you are back in the US? We've been watching you. We've been getting inspired by you moving back to Cameroon and doing and investing there. And we've been following your journey. And now when you come back to the US, what do you want us to do? I have a sister, and she would say it's the entitlement for me. Like the entitlement, okay? Like what if I decide I'm gonna be moving to Dubai? What if I decide, like, you guys, sometimes I feel like explaining myself is a bit much. It's really a bit much. And as much as I know many of you get it, but there's still some of you who the entitlement of feeling like, like, how dare would you, go back to the US and live in the US? And if the person had taken the time to watch my vlogs, the person would have noticed that, I mean, guys, I currently live in a different place than the place that, you all knew of. I've been moving around. Because, things have been moving around as well. I'm not in the US because I want to have fun. And even though I wanted to have fun, what's the point? Even though I gave up on Cameroon, like many GMs that I'm getting, it's like, not many, but a couple of GMs that I'm getting, it's like, oh, so you couldn't be in Cameroon, so you left Cameroon. Now you're back in the States. What's wrong with me coming back to the US? I don't understand. Like, every year I've been coming back to the US, guys. Like, if you've been watching me, I've been back in the US every single year. So family members asking me the same question: why are you not back? So you left Cameroon, you're not coming back. Guys, this is what I usually tell the people who know me. I go where the money is. Okay. I go where the money is. I moved back to Cameroon because I wanted to impact, the society in my own way. I wanted to give people jobs. I wanted to be part of the solution and not the problem. I didn't want to be one of the people from the diaspora complaining about the way the system is, the way people don't have jobs, the poverty level, and all of that, right? I wanted to make a change on my own level, right? Whether it's going to be making a change with hiring 24 people at school, 2 people at my store, and then bunch of construction guys. Like, I wanted to make that type of impact, and I wanted to invest in Cameroon because that's home for me, right? Doesn't matter if I've been in the US for so many years, Cameroon is still home for me. And I also had like at least 4 or 5 people ask me the question: how are you in the US and who is managing your businesses in Cameroon? Like how do you manage your businesses in Cameroon when you are in the US? Guys, I have a full staff. Okay, I have a full staff, and I think I've earned. You know how people say I paid my dues. I've paid my dues. Like, I've invested not last year, not the year before. I've been investing in Cameroon since 2017. Best believe that I've paid my dues. Okay, I've invested into training people, into hiring the right people, into making sure that things, processes, and systems are in place. The whole I'm moving back to Africa, for many people, that's the goal. They also want to be able to move back to Africa. And I think the reason why I even started my channel is really because I wanted to inspire other people and to let them know that it's possible, right? It is possible. Now, that being said, am I stuck in Cameroon because I claimed that I moved back to Cameroon permanently? No, I'm not stuck. If today there's an opportunity somewhere in Dubai, I'm moving to Dubai. I always tell my girlfriend, Vivian, my bestie, I always tell her, I say, you know what? I move where the money is. I move where the money is. And it just happened that I've invested in Cameroon and I moved to Cameroon because I wanted to make sure that the businesses are being, like supervised, and, things are being done the right way, because you do have to be there physically in order for things to get done. Okay. As much as we want to trust other people, you have to be there. Now, I remember May, because technically you guys just don't know. We're already in June. But in May, that was the end of May was the close of the school year, right? Usually I'm there. Every year I'm there. Every year I'm preparing the end of school year party, end of school year, exams and all of that every single year. And this year is the year where I couldn't make it, right? Not because I could not make it, really, because life is a choice. You choose not to make it. But because I had, more important things here in the US, I wanted to. Anyway, sometimes I feel like, why do I have to over explain myself? But I have things that I needed to do here, right? And I kept on telling my head teacher and my head mistress, mon director and my directrice, I kept on telling them, I said, you know what? If I'm done with whatever I'm doing here, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back in May. I'm coming back in May. And it wasn't until, guys, I was sleeping at like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. I was handling meetings at 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay. I was sleeping by 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And then life in the US, because I was busy doing other things. I was busy working. So I had to get back up again in the morning and then go about my day. And it wasn't, one day I had called the school at like 2:30 a.m. And then my head mistress, right, my directrice, she told me, she said, Madam, I don't want you to worry about us. I know you don't trust us, because she felt like I didn't trust them. I know you don't trust us enough to close the school year, but you have to trust us. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. We're going to make you proud. The party is going to be amazing. The kids have been doing amazingly. And because, we have exam classes like class 6 and CM2. Those are the classes in the primary school that they have to do the exam so that they can go to secondary school. So she basically told me that, no, like, why are you worried? We got it. We got it. And I remember that day, I think it was like 3 a.m. in the morning, guys. And I just felt like, how your heart is just because I was so like, I think I was just fighting with the whole, should I stay in the US? But if I stay in the US, then I won't be able to close the school year in Cameroon. And I don't know if things are going to be working perfectly, And then the other side of me was like, but if I leave the US, it means that the opportunity that I got here in the US is also going to be gone, because I couldn't afford just living like that. I'm taking the time to breathe. I'm really taking the time to breathe before I go back to Cameroon. And I know in Cameroon, because I have so many things going on there, it's going to be a bit crazy. But yeah, so I hope that answer a lot of people questions when they talk about what are you still doing in the US and things like that. And thank God I have an amazing team at school, and they were able to talk me out of the whole guilt, right? Because I was already feeling guilty about not being able to, be there to close the school year. And then they actually made me proud. Guys, I saw pictures and videos how everything went, and they really made me proud. And I think I really paid my dues. You work so hard for so many years trying to build systems, trying to hire the best people, and then for major things like this, because that's really major. The beginning of the back to school is major, right? September, that period where you have to prep the back to school, the recruiting of people, managing parents and the children and all of that is really hectic. And then the end of school year is another hectic, season, because you have to wrap everything up. So it's been, I'm just happy. I'm happy I'm in a better place. I can go elsewhere, right? I don't have to even be here in the US. At some point I was going to be out of the US, guys. I was going to be out of the US. If that contract had worked, I was probably going to be in Dubai. But then they didn't give me the contract. They didn't give me the contract. I was already going to be in Dubai, and from there I was going to see, okay, I probably have a couple of months there before I go back to Cameroon. But eventually, for all the people wondering about Cameroon and things like that, I'm still in Cameroon. Everything, my belongings are still there. But like I said, I follow the money. Okay, so for now, and then so many things that I have to do in Cameroon in terms of projects, I need the money. I need the money. So as much as I want to be chilling, oh my God. Okay, let me answer this question real quick before the camera overheat. Somebody asked me the question about the apartment complex project, right? The person was like, did you find a sugar daddy? I mean, that's actually a friend of mine. It's a friend of mine who was surprised because I never really shared that with anyone except my family was aware that I was building, because it's family. But and my close friends, like maybe a couple of them, right? But like for the most part, people didn't know. So I had this friend of mine who lives here in the US. He basically said, please tell me which sugar daddy you got in Cameroon who's helping you build that apartment complex. And I can make a whole video about, you know, women empowerment and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just exhausted. I'm not even going to lie. I'm just exhausted with the constant, explanation, explaining that women have to do in order to prove that we are this, we are that. And then I don't even want to prove anymore. Like I've gotten to the place where I'm just a woman, right? I'm just a woman with big goals. That's it, right? Whether people want to think that I got a sugar daddy or I got some men or I got some whatever, the money, like, guys, I could have been 10 years younger than what I look like if only I was working less, okay? If I was sleeping. Do you guys actually think if I had a sugar daddy or something, like, I would be here? I'll be struggling. Like I feel like I'm struggling. You guys think like it really amazes me when it's usually the people who are close to you who think that way, right? It amazes me when people actually think that way, because I'm like, if I had a sugar daddy, why do I have to work? Why? Like, why am I? You guys, I mean, if you watch the video where I was struggling to buy this car, why? If I really got a sugar daddy, So, like, sometimes you have to stop explaining and just do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do. People will see you work and then they will dismiss all of it. The day you say, I'm building a hotel, they will be like, where did you get the money? What did you do? Meanwhile, I've been working. Nobody sees that part, right? Because people want to glamorize entrepreneurship. The money, we just get the money from the trees, right? We don't work for it, it just appears. That's not my life. I'm still struggling. I wish somebody would just, actually, maybe I need a sugar daddy, right? Because I'm getting about tired to, work and have dreams that my bank account are not aware of. So maybe it won't be a bad idea if I can get, somebody who just come and say, you know what, girl, you've worked enough. Let me just do what I gotta do. Here's 10 million, just because, you worried. Here's 5 million just because I feel like you need a massage. Like, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? And then the whole, guys, I'm not even, no, we're not going to go into it, but it was really amazing. It was amazing how somebody sees you working days and nights, you don't sleep, and then they tell you, which sugar daddy did you get in Cameroon for you to be able to build that apartment complex? Anyhow, I'm going to take you guys to one of my favorite smoothie shop here in Houston. You guys are going to see what it looks like. It's really cute. It's small. And then I don't know if I'm going to take you guys shopping, but let's see how the day goes. I'm really busy. Today's going to be a busy day. Probably going to get home late. Um, I'll also shower late. Who cares? Come on, who cares? It's not like I have a sugar daddy. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit.